Hi guys. Today what I wanted to talk about is the unknown, and as most of you know probably is now that we're dealing with COVID-19. At this stage of the game, there is a lot of unknown. We don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. It's a brand new virus, um, and they have to. I'm talking about the expert has to learn on the spot as they go. It's a try and error learning curve. Um, but because of the unknown, it's a lot harder to manage the stress that comes with it. And that's why I chose to talk about the unknown and try to kind of break it down in a place where it makes a little bit more sense, and you can see a little bit more about the positive outcome that can come from unknown. A lot of the stress and anxiety and frustration even that comes from the unknown is because we look at unknown because of the past, because of the way we were taught and all that stuff. um, and it's not to blame, it's just to explain. But we're still responsible for our actions. When you know about something, then you are responsible to take action, and you have the opportunity to make changes to your life. So for those of you who wants to handle the stress a little bit better and face anxiety and stress and frustration and be able to deal with it, those tools might be able to help you out understand a little bit better. um, and that's why when you talk about the unknown is most of the time when we look at a future at something, because we don't know what's going to happen next step, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen next week, we don't know what's going to happen next month. And it can be very stressful. It can be anxiety can rise, and I mean, for it depends on where you're standing. In this case, a lot of financial is at play, but also plays with your emotion rather, um, or emotional state. And that's why it's super important to understand that the way we look at the unknown is when it's an unknown situation, we tend to make it to the worst scenario possible. And why is, I don't know why, but one of the things I can tell you is usually we go with, oh, well, John told me that this and this and this happened to a buddy of his girlfriend. And I know Mark, his buddy's buddy, happened the same thing. And, you know, that's how we based our fact. Sometimes we'll say, well, I know last time it happened to me, this is what happened, so it's going to happen again. The one thing that I want you guys to understand and to be aware of is that, yes, last time it may have happened that way. And the reason why is because the information that you knew back then, you made decision based on them. There's also last time you didn't know about the scale that the emotion goes up, the intelligence goes down. So taking a deep breath, bring it down, and that you can watch in the other videos. But um, that is the main thing. Now that you are aware of that, you can take and make a better decision. Take a deep breath. Calmer. Now you can make a better decision. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is, if it's an unknown future, wouldn't it be 50-50 chances of being extremely great, or could be the worst? There's more chances to be great than to be extremely bad. It can be okay, which is better than extremely bad. But sitting down and thinking, you will go for the extremely bad. Do you understand? You see where I'm going? So the most important thing is to take a deep breath and realize that the unknown may not be so bad. That there's gotta be something positive that we can learn from. That there's gotta be something positive that's gonna come out of that. Because I personally cannot sit down and think it's only happening for total negative. As human, I guarantee you that we will find a way to get out of it, to rise to the occasion, to the challenge, and turn it into a positive. That might be the time in life where we're going to change the whole world so we have a better world. It may not. That's because it's unknown. But I refuse to look at the worst. I prefer to look at the okay or the best. Those are those are the areas that I will focus. Why? Because like that, I feel very calm, very positive, very, I wouldn't say excited, but I'm not as afraid of the unknown. It's more acceptable. And if everybody was thinking on that positive side, it helps. Because I'm positive, because I'm calm, the action that I'm taking are a lot better than when I'm not. The last few days have been very tough, very stressful, and I sometimes forget to use the tools that I have. Didn't feel like to do much, watch TV all day, watch the news, and get depressed. But why? That is not going to bring anything to a solution. And I don't feel good about it. So why focus on that? But with the tools that I have, I'm able to turn it and become positive and wanting to have the information that I can use, the tools that I can help in my way. These videos, I'm hoping, and my intentions are to be able to help people cope through this ordeal that we're going through. Not asking for money. That's not my intention at all. My intention is really to be able to help. And why? Because when I needed help, people were there for me. And why were they there for me? Because I helped in the past. So it's a payback thing. It's really doing my part, and at the end of the day, the secret, I feel better. That's all. If I have the feeling that I've helped at least one person, I feel better. And a lot of times when I do these videos, I help myself at the same time. So even without posting them, I've helped somebody. It's a win-win situation. So on that note, I hope I give you or I share with you some tools that you can help manage the stress and the anxiety and even the frustration. Always keeping in mind that why worry about something that hasn't happened yet? Why getting frustrated or mad or angry about something that you have no control over? The main thing is to remain calm, breathe throughout the nose, and send a lot of love to people. So on that note, love you guys. Ciao.